Student, in these lectures now we are going to study about what is meant by heat transfer and the different modes of heat transfer. In the first chapters, you have learned that is heat is nothing but the energy transaction occurs due to temperature difference between two different systems or two different bodies. One thing is important that heat is not a stable property. It can always move from one place to another place. The process of heat flow from higher temperature region or higher temperature body to lower temperature region or lower temperature body is called as a heat transfer. Heat transfer may occur with or without mass of a matter. That means for the transfer of heat from one system to another systems, there is not always necessary to movement of mass should occur in between them. Student, there are three different ways or modes through which the heat transaction can occur, and these are nothing but the conduction, convection and radiations. Now we are going to study about all these three things. The first mode of heat transfer is conduction. This is one of the most happening mode of a heat transfer which mostly occurs in a solid phase of a material. It may occur due to conduction of a heat by free electrons or molecules in a solid phase of a materials in between the two different range of a temperature zone. You can observe that if you apply the heat to one of the end of a bar, and you can observe that after a certain period of time another end of that bar get heated or warmed. This phenomenon is called as conduction, but question in mind is that how this will occur in the solid phase of material. As the free electrons on the surface of the metals get energy from the heatings, then due to their acquiring energy they can start vibrating at their own space without leaving it, and due to their vibrations they can transfer the energy from themselves to their adjacent electrons. In this way that adjacent electron is also start vibrating, and in this way all these electrons can carry their energy to their adjacent electrons. In this way heat can carry from one place to another place of a same material. In crystal structure, the energy acquired by the molecules of a lattice, and that molecules can start vibrate in their own space without leaving that, and they can transfer their vibration to its adjacent molecules. In this way the heat can be transferred from one area of a lattice to another area. In this way, energy can transfer from one place to another place in a solid phase of a materials due to free molecules or free electrons. One point is to be remembered that in the solid phase, the energy or heat can be transferred from one place to another place due to by only vibrations of a free electrons or molecules. They cannot leave their own positions for the transfer of a heat. In this mode, heat can transfer from one place to another place by actual movement of molecules. To perform a such type of motion, there should not be any restriction of a solid rigidity in that material. Hence, such type of heat transfer mostly occurs in a fluid or liquid media of a material. Some time of this heat transfer may occurs at the junction area of two different surfaces. That means junction area between liquid solid or solid liquid media. Student, this convection process of a heat transfer is classified into two types. First one is natural convections and another one is forced convection. Look at the left hand side diagram carefully. In a container, if we are going to heat a certain liquid matters, then you can observe that the adjacent molecules of a liquid with the bottom wall or side wall of the container is getting heat first rather than the molecules of the liquid which is available or present at the top side of the container. The liquid molecules adjacent to the bottom wall or side wall of a container accepting the heat first. So due to the heat, they are becoming light in weight and so goes in upward directions. While the liquid molecules at the topmost level of a liquid are heavier in weight, so they are going to downward in directions to achieve or to accept the heat. In this way, the molecular motion occurs in the containers due to naturally density difference between them, and there is a transaction of a heat takes place from the bottom level to topmost level of the liquid inside the container. And after a certain period of time, you will observe that the topmost level of a liquid also getting warmed. So this occurs naturally, hence such type of convection is called as natural convections. Now another type of convection is forced convections. If the molecular motions in the liquid is takes place by using any mechanical means like fans or blower, then such type of convection is called as a forced convection. Look at the right hand side diagram carefully. In this diagram, the same liquid is going to heat in a container. But in this container, the motion between the liquid particles takes place by using the steering action of the stirrer. And the steering action of the stirrer produces a mechanical motions due to which there is a molecular motion takes place in a liquid containers, and there is a transfer of heat takes place. Take another example of a force convection is that on the hot surface of a particular element, there is a cold air is blown down by using a fan. Initially, the temperature of air is T1. As the air blows progressively over the hot surface, its temperature changes from T1 to T2, and at the last, when the air completes the path over the hot surface, its temperature becomes T3. You may know that the heat exchange occurs between the air and hot surface is because of the convection actions between them. But for that convection action, the mechanical motions by the fan is responsible. Hence, such type of convection is called as a forced convection. Third type of heat transfer mode is nothing but the radiation. When the heat transfer occurs by emission of internal energy from the matter, then it is called as a radiation. Sometimes this emission can be takes place by using waves also. Such type of radiation is called as electromagnetic radiation. One point is to be remembered that unlike a conductions and convection, this type of heat transfer mode does not require any type of media for the transfer of heat or energy. So you can remember that the mode of heat transfer by radiations also may occur in vacuum also. Example of radiation is that the sun rays which is coming out from the sun incident on the surface of the earth, but during this traveling they can pass through the vacuum and as well as different media of atmosphere. So the energy emitted by the sun through the rays or in the form of waves is called as a heat transfer through radiation. Student, I hope you betterly understood the three different modes of heat transfer, that means conduction, convection and radiation. Remember one thing is that conduction always occurs in solid itself from one place to another place or also in between two different solid surfaces. Second one is convection. Convection always occurs in a liquid molecules due to their physical motions, and also it can occur at the junction surface area of liquid and solid media. If emission of internal energy takes place from one surface to another surfaces by using waves, such heat transfer is called as a radiation. One point is to be remembered that it may or may not require any media for the heat transfer through radiation. At last, there is a homework for you. Solve these questions in your notebook regarding the topic heat transfer and mode of heat transfer.